Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litza and today I'm going to bring you a yarn haul video. It's basically the yarn shopping that I've done in the last few days because Spotlight had a huge sale. I also had a $20 voucher which I did have to use before the middle of December I think, but this was a great opportunity because yarn was at 40% off. Now the mill-ends have been really sparse of late. There hasn't been very much, and I've been on the lookout for blanket yarn. Although I have got a nice collection, it is some of it has gone down low, so I thought I need to top it up. And as I said, it's very hard to find yarn other than some 8-ply or DK weight in one bin of mill-ends. Back in the day, I remember only a few months ago or a year ago, the mill-ends were always overflowing. So I had to take this opportunity, guys. And at this bargain price, I thought, it's now or never. Of course, as usual, the variety of colors isn't enormous here. I'd have to purchase from overseas or source some other local yarn. But Spotlight is very convenient for me. So as you can imagine, there's one that's only a 5-minute drive from my home. And I did venture out to one that's about 15-20-minute drive away because I thought I'd go to a bigger store because I was actually looking for one yarn in particular in mill-ends. Did not find it, but that's okay because I got some other beautiful yarn. So if you're a stats person like I am, or you like numbers, I actually have some numbers that I'm going to share with you about how much I spent and how much I saved, because I always like to know how much I saved. Ultimately we all, or most of us, have a budget for our yarn, or we like to think we have. Generally we stick within it, but when there's a sale on, I'm a sucker for it. Doesn't matter how many times I say I'm going to use what I have first, I always go and I try to find a bargain though. Now, a lot of it is bought with purpose. I have to say that there were some buys that I thought, oh, I really like this, but I'm sure eventually I will use it all. But I also need to say that I'm thinking in the very near future, we're going to have another yarn room tour, because as I look around me, there's an explosion of not just yarn, but everything. This craft room is out of control. It's predominantly yarn though, but I do want to rearrange it up here because although it's a beautiful big space and I'm very lucky that I have it, it's just so easy to mess it up all the time because I'm forever picking at it, and the worst thing is I'm always adding to it. And this time of the year is very busy, as you can imagine, and I've bought a lot of stuff in, which I am obviously going to be using and sharing with you and my family. But I have got, like I said, I usually try to buy with, an intention of what I'm going to use the yarn for. So let's get started. I'll let you know what I was very lucky to buy. I was actually able to find some really nice colors this time round. And then at the very end, I'll share the stats with you. So I'll pop those down for now because I'm going to need my glasses to go through them. So I've got a nice mix of acrylic and blanket yarn. Now, those of you that don't know what blanket yarn is, I'm going to open one of the bags. Excuse the crinkling, guys, because some people like me who use it all the time, and I know a lot of our yarny friends do, may not be familiar with it, just like I wasn't once upon a time. We don't all know all the yarn all at once. So this is a yarn that is very bulky, very soft as well, because it is made out of polyester. And as you can see, it's a very thick yarn. As the name implies, it's great for making blankets. Very thick, very warm, very heavy blankets, depending how big you make them, which is a real attraction to people that have, the colder climates. Here we do have call for it, especially when I'm making blankets for donations for, people that are homeless. But I do enjoy using this for amigurumi. Toy making for me is so much more joyful and pleasurable when I make it using blanket yarn. So all the blanket yarn that you're going to see here, that I have here today, 99% of it, I think at this stage, is going to go towards toy making or amigurumi. So I have bought some staple colors, I call them. So basically just, your solids, and then there's quite a few nice little variegated colors, but I also, and they're in the mill-ends, But I also managed to get some blanky yarn that's, you know, actually with a brand name, and it's got a ball band, because in the mill ends, you never know what you're getting. I always assume that I know that I always think it's burnout blanket yarn, but in saying that, I'm not 100% sure. But look at this gorgeous color here, guys. Now, each and every mill end, and there are 15 in the blanket yarn to show you, are 400 grams. Now, you may or may not be familiar with these. They're actually awesome. They do have a little carry bag, and they're very easy to walk away with. Now, normally they're $14, but with the sale, they were reduced to $10 a bag. So I'll just show you the colors that I've got. So I won't open them all up, but now you have an idea of what they look like. I think they're classed as a bulky number 6 weight yarn. So I did get this beautiful pink here. So I'm just going to pop these on the floor to make room for the others. And I did get this beautiful red, because I did use a lot of the maroony red colors that I had to make some cushions for my son and my daughter-in-law's little granny flat, to add pops of color to their home recently, and I needed to replenish that. Excuse me, I've dropped the bag already. Let me pick that up. I did walk in actual fact today, and I found some black. Hard to see, I know, on camera, but excuse me, black is hard to find. So I thought I'd better pick that up. You can never have enough black, even though we don't love working with it. It's very, very important. And the white is another one that's not that available. This one does have a little bit of a mark on it, but I will cut that out. 400 grams is a lot. Usually the balls, you get a 300 grams. So to sacrifice a little piece, I thought that would be okay, as long as it's okay all the way through. And I did get 2 of this like creamy color, which is very, very pretty as well. I absolutely love that color. Now I've got some nice variegated yarn, or, you know, multicolored yarns. I'm somehow drawn to the greens, although, you know, my favorite color is purple. I do love all color though. And I did manage to find a couple of nice ones. This is actually a beautiful one, I think. So the shopping that you see here was over a span of 3 days, guys. That's a very pretty one too. And then there's this lovely one here, which you may not see on camera, but it does have a variety of colors in it. Not a huge variety, but they are in there. And then I managed to get some blues. That one's got the beautiful grays and almost grey green through it. And then I got 2, let's pop that up there, 2 bags of this one here. It's actually prettier off camera than on. It looks a bit dirty there, but it's actually not dirty. It's the green in the background. And then I found this one here. I couldn't resist. I wish there were more. This is such a beautiful baby blanket color. Maybe I could use it as an accent or a border. And then these beautiful, like, this is like a, oh, is that, no, it's not the same as that. It's different. Very, very pretty. And this pink with the white through it. So that's the blanket yarn that I got in mill ends, but I also found, sorry about all the noise, guys. I know, I just realized what I'm doing. Let me pop those on the floor for you. So let's stick to the blanket yarn, and then we'll get to the acrylics. So there's a brand in Spotlight. Let me get a color that probably looks nice for you, called Motivera Blankie. And this, just like those, is super, super soft. I love the feel of blanket yarn. That's why I love making toys with it and loveys and other things. Now this one is in the color yellow, of course. But this one is 400 grams, same stats as the others. It works up exactly the same, because I do have this brand yarn in a sparkle version of it, but I haven't seen it since I purchased it about a year ago. But this yarn is normally $18, and I got it down to $10.80. So I bought 2 of the yellow. Oops, so there's 2 of the yellow. Imagine that with the black would make a nice bumblebee, wouldn't it? And then I bought this navy blue originally, and it's actually called Navy from memory. And blanket yarn is 100% polyester, if I didn't mention that. Yes, this one is called Navy, and I love this one. This one's called Royal. This poor ball's seen better days, but never mind. So they're 2 very nice blues. And then, of course, I found the white, so I had to take 2 white home with me. And then there's this beautiful color here, which they call, I think it's peach. I always look it up, and it's always the same, yes. So this beautiful color here is peach. So I managed to get 2 of those. So far we've got 2, 4, 6, 8. And then this gorgeous hot pink color, which they just call pink from memory. Yes. Oh my goodness. And I got 3 of these. These are going to be hard to hold, guys. 3 of those. I absolutely love this pink. I'm not really a pink person, but I really do like the hot pink. And I imagine it will make something very gorgeous. And then there's this beautiful pink here, which they call blush, I think from memory, yes. Because there's not that many colors, you're very familiar, like you get to know the colors very easily. And there's that one there. So in total, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of the blankie yarn. So that should keep me going for a while, because after all, they are 300 gram balls each. But again, the millions, guys, 80 cents less and you get 100 grams more worth of yarn. It's always worth it. And even at full price, the millions are 400 grams for $14, whereas the blankie yarn is $18 for 300 grams. So there is a huge difference there. Now, I've still got 5 bags of millions to show you, and these are all acrylic yarns. Now, I'm comparing these ones here, and I've got 3 bags of the 3 different colors, and I'll just take out the first one. These are very comparable to the Spot Saver, the USA Spot Saver, which is a 10-ply yarn, or possibly like, well, no, they're more Spot Saver than the Marvel acrylic, the 8-ply. So I got the beautiful orange. So I got 1 bag of the orange, and then I couldn't resist this bag of the hot pink. This is beautiful. The Spot Saver was on sale, but they don't have the colors that I'm showing you here. This is why I bought them. Very hard to find them in these gorgeous colors. Absolutely love that one as well. Now you do get reds in the Spot Saver, a variety of reds, but I couldn't pass up this bag. Like I said, I do have a Spot Saver here. I'll compare it in a moment, so I'll keep that one out. So I got those, and I've got fluffs everywhere, guys. And then this one, I believe, or I think it is a Sierra yarn. Or there might be another one that's a Motivera yarn, which I didn't take the name of in Spotlight, but it is so soft. And they did have, so this is only 1 million. They only had 1 bag of this, and I thought at the very least this would make a pretty like scarf or something, or a baby, a dress of some sort. They did have other colors, I should say, but none that I was in love with, and because I do still have some Sierra yarn left over. But the colors in here are absolutely gorgeous. Very, very jewel tones, as you can see. Oh my goodness, absolutely gorgeous. And there's beautiful purples and that in there as well. So I love that bag. I had to pick it up. I'm sure that I will make something gorgeous with it, at the very least, like a divine beanie, like a divine hat or something. And this is the one that that I got on the first day, and the other 2 visits I couldn't find, but this mill end here, so 1 bag of this gorgeous yarn here. I absolutely love this. It's just a black, it looks like it's an acrylic. It does look acrylic to me, and it looks like it's either like a 8-ply or a 10-ply. Because it's got the little speckles, you could probably work it up as a 10-ply, which is a worsted weight instead of a DK weight. So unfortunately I didn't find another bag of those, but I will keep a snippet in my bag every time I visit Spotlight, because you never know with millings, they might just pop up. Sometimes I wonder if they have them just sitting in the back and don't bring them out, because I have asked on occasion and they do bring them out. But the Spot Saver was on sale as well, and with these I definitely have a plan in mind. I need to make a project, and these are the colors that I needed. So I bought 2, 4, 5 of this beautiful variegated print here. Oh my gosh, I love those colors. And this one is actually called, let me pop my glasses on. This one, so again, 10-ply, 100% acrylic yarn. And this one is called Woodland. Isn't it gorgeous? Now, these are only 140 grams each. And then I teamed it up with this beautiful wine color. I think this is wine. I haven't been able to see this for a while, the Spot Saver. And this is 200 grams versus 140, same price. So these were 40% off, reduced from $9.50 to $560, $540 each. So that's pretty good. Now I think these will look awesome together. Now while I've got them out, let me grab this one from the mill end so we can compare the thickness. Now I always find that the variegated yarns are always thinner than the solid color yarns, but let's compare solid with solid. I'll bring it up here. Is it the same? Very, very similar, right? But let me show you the let me grab one of these. Let's take that. I love that with these they actually generally they do have a center pull. So there you go. There's that too. So yeah, I'm thinking that these are definitely like a spot saver yarn. Spot saver, not the Marvel 8 ply. So they're more like a 10 ply or a number 4 weight. So I will pop that down. That's all the yarn I got. So let me give you the stats, guys, because that's a lot of yarn. And let me tell you, it was a good opportunity because I saved a lot of money. Now I need to find a lot of room for them, right? I'm sure I'll manage somehow. I've just got to rethink storage in here. So let's go to the blankie yarn, which is this one here. So this is the yarn that, you know, comes with a ball band, and it actually has a brand name for, like, it comes from Motivera, and it's called blankie yarn, and they are 300 gram balls each. And normally they're, as I said, $18, but they were reduced to $10.80 for the sale because it was 40% off. And there were 14, and I paid $151.20, but I saved $100.80. That's pretty amazing, right? And then with the mill ends, so for the blanket yarn mill ends, I had 15 bags of those. I've got 15 bags, $10 a bag, $150. They're normally $14 a bag, so I saved $60. Now with the mill ends, the acrylic, there were 5 bags for $50. I saved, how much did we say? 5 was 20, so I saved $20. Forgot to put that down, guys. And then I bought the spot saver. So there were 7 in total. So instead of $9.50, they were $5.40 each. So I paid $37.80 and I saved $28.70. So in total, for all this yarn that you saw here, and I'll let you know how many grams in a moment. No, I haven't done the meterage or the conversion in ounces, apologies. So I paid $389. Yes, that is a lot of money for yarn, but this will last me a very, very long time, and I probably won't see any of this in the Spotlight mill ends bins for a while, because as I said, it's been months and months. It's only been the 8 ply or DK weight acrylic that we've been seeing. So I had a $20 voucher as well, which I applied, so I didn't pay that. I paid $189 in total for everything, which was a saving of $209.50, guys, and I paid $389, which I think is amazing, right? That is very, very good. So instead of paying something like nearly just under $600, I paid $389. I think that is pretty awesome. Now, if you want to know this bit, this is awesome. So in the blanket yarn, there was 4,200 grams in the blankie, 6,000 in the mill ends, and in the acrylic there was 3,100. This is all grams. So 10 kilos and 13 kilos and 300 grams worth of yarn. That's a lot of yarn, guys, right? I'm glad I didn't have to carry it all in one go, but it's here now and it's here to stay. I need to find somewhere to put it, and I need to actually work out all of the projects. As I said, this one definitely have a project that I'll be working on as soon as, you know, I can in the next day or so. But I'm just so excited about all this blanket yarn. It's now I've got a lot of solids. I love that I've got the solids in the blankie yarn. It'd be nice to get it again in the sparkle if I could, but I can match a lot of, you know, my variegated with this. Oh, how adorable does that look like? Seriously, guys. But I think that a lot of the mill ends that are this type of blankie yarn, so the variegated or the striped, it's going to be things like loaf cats, snakes, you know, even like leggy froggies, a lot of things like that. And I'm sure there's octopi, jellyfish, that would be amazing too, right? So in the near future, I'm sure that I'll be making things because I've got a few different plans for 2025. So I am gearing up for all of that. So that's it, guys. Thank you for coming along for this amazing yarn haul. I'm so in love with all of it. I can't wait to find a proper place for it all, because right now it's living in a laundry basket or on the floor. Not very nice. So I hope you're all keeping well. Hope some yarns come into your life lately. It certainly is starting to feel like Christmas around here. I'm absolutely loving it. So I hope you're all keeping well. And until I see you all very, very soon, take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.